Katherine Miller, David Rode, and Radhika Jones. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Katherine, I want to welcome you. This is your first time on the Daily Rundown. So what do you make of that most admired list? What stands out to you?
Surprised that Pope Francis isn't higher and that Malala actually made it on the list, because it is, you provide your own answers on that quiz. So that's pretty impressive, actually, in terms of name recognition.
Malala's so stunning because she's so young and has inspired so many people. David, what stood out for you?
I think Obama's popularity, given his very low approval ratings, it was surprising he did so well on this poll.
Okay, Radhika?
I didn't hear Miley Cyrus's name.
She was the one omission. All right, I want to get what you all thought was the biggest, most impactful story of 2013, and we'll go around the horn again. Radhika, I'll start with you.
I'll say the changeover at the Vatican, hugely influential.
Absolutely. David?
The Snowden leaks, the NSA wiretap story.
Continuing to reverberate, and
it will
do so
through next year as well.
All right, and Katherine, for you?
I'd say the Obamacare rollout. It's been not less than ideal, and it's the signature domestic policy for the administration.
Yeah, and it seems to be turning a tide.
Yes.
Potentially. We'll have to wait and see. All right. And I just want to, David, quickly get your reaction to Syria. It doesn't look like they're going to meet their deadline.
I think that's no surprise, and I think Syria is going to be a huge problem. Across the Middle East, there's going to be more and more turbulence. And the key thing for the U.S. is, and we talked about this earlier, I think that the jihadists are becoming less popular in northern Syria, but they become more brutal. And actually in Benghazi, the militia that carried out the attack we talked about earlier has been driven from the city. So there are people turning against them, people, Arabs, Muslims in the region that are opposing al-Qaeda more and more. How does the U.S. take advantage of that?
Certainly the foreign policy story to watch in 2014. All right, I'm going to do shameless plugs, and I'll start with you, David.
A not very uplifting plug, but Syria-related. I think of actually the 30 journalists who have been kidnapped. About half of them are foreigners in Syria. There's also several civilians being held in Pakistan. Warren Weinstein, they just had a videotape come out for him, and I feel for all those families.
Important to remember as we look to the new year. Radhika?
I'm going to 365 Time.com's year-end photo gallery. There's a picture for every day of the year, so tomorrow's the last day to check it out.
Definitely one to check out. And Katherine, we'll end on you.
Likewise, BuzzFeed, we have our, I believe it's 31 gifts, most important gifts of the political year. And it's a fun list, yeah.
I love those lists. All right, good. Well, I have a shameless plug, and my shameless plug is for the newest member of our Daily Rundown family. Our executive producer, Brooke Brower, and his wife, Kate, welcomed Charlotte Beatrice Brower into the world on December 25th. Mom, Dad, and Big Brother Graham say she is the best Christmas present ever. I love that picture. It is just darling. We want to say congratulations to the whole Brower family. Indeed. Well, what a great Christmas present. That is it for this edition of the Daily Rundown. We will see you next year. Coming up next on MSNBC, Chris Jansing and company. Have a very happy new year, everyone.